Hello, beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls. My name is Dans. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. If you've made your way to this reading, I'm pretty sure there's a message in here for you. However, if you don't resonate with this reading, that's cool, that's chill. Go check out my channel. There are so many other readings there. I'm sure you'll find something that fits you. So let's get into it. Already. Cards jumping out of the deck. We have the Emperor in reverse and we have the Ace of Coins. There is a turning of the tide coming for you. I feel like you might have been someone who feels very disempowered as of late. But something good is coming for you. So let's have a look at these two different energies. Let's have a look at your energy and let's have a look at what is coming forth towards you. So let's have a look at the Emperor in reverse. Universe, please. Insight and information. Can you give us some context on this Emperor in reverse energy? What's going on with my beautiful collective? Thank you. We have the High Priestess, Six of Coins, Temperance, Magician in reverse, Eight of Coins in reverse. Okay, I feel like you have been in a very contemplative state. Your intuition, waking up, you're feeling like you know yourself better, you know what you want to offer, you know the parts of you want to encourage and the parts of you that you want to let go of. Like there has been this big detoxifying purge going on within you where you've really just had a look at yourself and identified your strengths, your weaknesses, and it's a bit of like, okay, these are parts of me that I really want to foster, and these are characteristics and traits that I would like to embody more. This is the kind of person I want to be, and there are certain ways, certain attitudes that you've held that you're like, I don't want to be that person anymore, and you've really consciously kind of been planting seeds and like weeding out the things that no longer serve you. That's amazing. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm so here for it. I am so here for some like deep emotional introspection, a little bit of personal growth. Oh, a little bit, a lot. But it feels like with the Magician in reverse and the Eight of Coins in reverse, it feels like this internal work has been going on and you aren't sure how to like show that externally, or there seems to be this disconnection between your internal world having such a significant change and it not being represented in your external world. You might feel you're just in the same position, you're in the same place. It might feel like frustrating to you that you inside are so different, but the environment that you're in is still exactly the same, and the people around you still kind of perceive you in the same way. So there feels like there's this dissonance between the person that you are transforming into and the person that your environment was holding for so long. So it's hard to kind of bridge the two together. Yeah, it feels like there's just this big gap. And that's where it's feeling a little disempowering because it's like, oh, I've got all these changes going on within me, but it feels like it can't expand, or maybe it's stuck. It's like you're stuck in a certain gear. You can't move into the next gear for some reason. It's like you want to go faster, but you have a really old car. And so you can't go any faster than what the car allows you to do. It feels like that's your environment a little bit. Let's have a look at this Ace of Coins. Let's see about this. I feel like it's an opportunity coming towards you, but I also feel like it's you finding the space to create opportunities for yourself and create openings and connections for yourself. Let's have a look at it. Universe, please, insight and information. Can we get some more context on this Ace of Coins, please? I'm like quite deliberately like sitting back. I recorded another reading and I was just really close. And then I looked like I wasn't wearing a shirt. And I was like, that's probably not going on the internet. I don't want My collective is so beautiful, but there'll be creeps on the internet, you know? In the world, not just on the internet. Anyways, okay, so let's look at the Ace of Coins context here. Okay, we have Justice in reverse. With Death coming up. It seems like one of the things coming up here is there's been no resolution around maybe an argument, maybe I'm seeing it come up in a couple of different ways. So it might have been a disagreement or an argument. It could have been a legal thing. It could have even been like a potential career progression, job opportunity type thing. It feels like there's something in particular that could be all of those things. Could be multiple things. But I feel like there was something in particular that wasn't settled. Something in particular that just... the cycle didn't close. And I feel like that was probably one of the things that was making you feel really... that was leaving you feeling stuck. Yeah. There were some things here that were unresolved that were having you feeling really, really, really stuck. But with the Death card coming up here, I think something's going to close there. Can we get some more info on that? Is that an action from you or is that an external action coming towards you? Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Ten of Wands. I actually feel like there might be... you are going to hit a breaking point with this. Now, a breaking point doesn't need to be like, you're not going to break. I don't think that's necessarily it. I think you're going to get to a point where you get so tired of this being unresolved that you're just going to be like, screw it. I'm just going to do something. I do feel like this action is going to be coming from you, but if you're feeling like, oh, there's nothing that I can do, there's nothing to be done, I'm just going to feel this way forever, you will reach a point where you get so tired of that you would literally do anything to get away from that feeling, and that's going to drive you to do something. So, this is me advice now. If that's what's going to happen, either you do something now or you wait until it becomes unbearable and you literally don't care, and then you're going to do something. If both of those paths lead to the same destination, like, why not just get it over with? That's just me though. Like, that's the same stuff with like procrastinating. It's like you could wait until you have suffered the most that you could possibly suffer over this and then do something, or you could just be like, I'll just do it now. I'll just do it now and face whatever was going to be on the end of that now, just with less suffering. Let's see what else is around this Ace of Coins energy that's coming up. Nine of Coins in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse, Devil in reverse. Girl. Okay. I feel like there's a couple of different parts of your world that feel trapped and totally hopeless. So I feel like it could be just yourself and the things that you're trying to do, and maybe it's like your career, but as well as maybe your hobbies and your pursuits, or just your general sense of freedom, as well as like social stuff. Like maybe you're feeling like, I feel like particularly the imagery that I'm getting is that like is like a phone and like no messages coming in. Like it almost feels like nobody's blowing up your phone and you're like aware of that. Like you want friendships and relationships and you're in a place where you're not getting a lot of that connection. And it feels like this void. Yeah, oh baby. It feels like this whole environment is just... I can see the frustration here because I can see that you're doing that inner work. But that you're doing... It feels like a dark night of the soul. Like it feels like you're going through all of this stuff. This whole metamorphosis is going on. Like you're like this little caterpillar turning into a butterfly. But you're like a caterpillar in a cocoon, like in a trash can. You know what I mean? Like, and you try and get out of the cocoon, you're still in a trash can. You're a butterfly in a trash can. Like, that's what it feels. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's laugh or cry. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be. I'm feeling this so deeply. I really am. And I'm sorry that you're going through such a hard time. The message coming through is like, this is not a forever thing. If you feel like, oh, there's nothing I can do, nothing seems to be working out for me, no one cares about me, I'm just going to be stuck in this space forever because no matter what it is that I try and do, the things around me don't change. And that's just not true. That is absolutely not true. You got it twisted. You got it wrong. Things are going to change. Things are going to come good. And it's going to come good from you doing all of this amazing internal discovery. All right. Let's see what messages we have to support you at this time and help you get your environment into alignment with yourself and all of this massive change that's going on within you. How do we get your external world to reflect that as well? Jesus, that's a lot of cards. Okay. We have the Star in reverse, the Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, Six of Wands, Knight of Cups in reverse, Chariot in reverse. Thank you. Okay, so first and foremost, when it comes to socializing and social groups, maybe a little bit of rejection sensitivity therapy is worthwhile here, but the big message is like, you're not going to be able to have people blowing up your phone if you're not messaging people. If you want people contacting you, you got to reach out and contact them. And maybe not everyone messages back. Or maybe not everyone messages back at first. Or maybe not everyone is ready to meet you in the same kind of friendship as you desire from them. But there will be people there are probably people that are like waiting to hear from you and will be like so stoked to hear from you and like want to hang out with you and be the kind of person that checks in with you all the time and calls you just for a chat. Like, there are people that are ready for that friendship with you. Even if there are some people that maybe are just too busy as well, that's fine. But if you want anyone messaging you or blowing up your phone at all, you got to be that friend. Like, if you want friends that hit you up to see how you're doing, you need to also be that friend that's going to reciprocate and hit them up to see how they're doing. That's message number 1. There does seem to be some kind of like daydreamy fantasy around. There's this one particular fantasy that you have. I can see that. I don't know what it is. I don't know who or what, or if it's a version of you, if it's a dream career, if it's a person that you're like fantasizing about, whatever that happens to be. You spend a lot of time looking at that from like a multitude of angles and instances. But you fantasizing about this thing, I don't think you're taking any action on it. And it's only going to build it up more as this unreachable thing if you are not taking action on it. It gets like further and further away. It gets brighter and shinier, but just gets further and further away. It becomes less realistic. And the more you fantasize about anything, like, okay, let's say I'm fantasizing about a donut, right? And I haven't had a donut in a week. Oh my God, in my head, that donut seems amazing, right? But I'm not trying to eat donuts. For some reason, I've decided me and donuts are not meant to be. Okay, well, let's pretend. 2 weeks, suddenly the donut in my head looks shinier, or I have more of them, or I have, like, I'm imagining the sugar off of it is just like, it's all over my hands, and when I bite into it, it gets all over my lips. Like, the fantasy gets more intense. 3 weeks later, it's like I've got a 12-pack tray of donuts, and I just get to like eat them, and I have nothing to do. I'm suddenly paid to eat donuts. Like, the fantasy is going to get more and more unrealistic because of the distance that you have from donuts. Because if you just ate a donut, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's like an 8 out of 10. Like, it's good. It's not like what I imagined it to be, but it helped the craving. I still love donuts, but now you're not up at night thinking about donuts. You don't have that donut. You don't have that connection, that interaction. You don't take action on that donut. It gets worse in your brain. And I feel like whatever fantasy you have, that's what's happening. Because you're not taking action on it, it's spinning out into something unreachable, and then you're telling your brain, because you've let it get to that point where it's unreasonable, you're telling yourself, well, that's never going to happen, so now I'm not going to take action on it. And then it starts this cycle of, you're not taking action on it, you're not going to go have a donut, the donut gets more tempting, but you're not going to have it, and just like keeps going. The donut's so tempting, now this like $1 million gold leaf donut, you're like, oh, I'll never be able to afford that donut, so I'm never going to have a donut again. Okay. I think my analogy has hit home. It becomes so unrealistic because you're not taking action on it. And because it becomes unrealistic, you never take action on it. And because you don't take action on it, it becomes really unrealistic. So you need to take action. Whatever it is, this fantasy thing, you've probably built it up. Like, let's say it is a career and you want to be a rock star. You want to play arenas. You want to play Madison Square Garden. And that's such a huge goal that it stops you from going and getting a guitar teacher to help you like brush up on your chords. Even though you would probably be really happy going out singing and busking, or playing at a pub or a bar, or going to an open mic, and you'd feel like, oh yeah, this is awesome, I'm on my way. Because in your head, you're idealizing Madison Square Gardens. You're like, well, I'm never going to get there, so I'm not going to do any of it. Do you know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing. Whereas if you just were like, okay, no, I can try, just get back into music a little bit. I'll do a couple of lessons and then I'll feel really re-inspired. Maybe I'll go to an open mic, like little things like that. And then it feels like, okay, the fantasy becomes like closer and more achievable instead of this ridiculous thing that you're never going to take action on. So the main thing here is action. You need to take action on these things before they blow up in your mind into this really unrealistic thing. Again, let's say it is a person. Let's say your fantasy is about a person, right? And in your mind, they are the only person that you will ever love. And there will never, ever, ever be anyone but them. And you're not in contact with them. And as time goes by, they become more and more and more perfect to you, perfect for you. Because you're like fantasizing about a version of them that doesn't really exist. That version of them that exists is actually you, not them, because they're saying things that you would say and acting ways that you want them to act, but not how they want to act in your fantasy, in your ideal fantasy. Of course, a person that you invented is going to be perfect for you. But maybe if you just like hung out with them, you'd be like, oh, wait, they're actually like, they're actually not the one for me. Like, actually, this is fine. And I can, you know, like, okay. You can be set free from that fantasy, but it only is going to happen if you like engage with it. Or maybe they are perfect for you and they feel the same way and you wouldn't know if you didn't reach out to them. See? Action. Babes, I say this like with my whole chest. YOLO. You just do the things you want to do. Do it. What is the point of not? Why would you not do all the things you want to do? I've got to check myself and sit back when I'm wearing a tank top. Okay. All right. Let's get into the oracle cards. We have just let me be. Liberation, free spirit, wild, authentic. There's this version of you that you have like gone through the depths of hell to like reclaim and find and refine. It feels like you've gone through this whole process of like, this is the person I want to be. And that person that I used to be served me and did the best that they could at the time, but they don't serve me now and I don't want to be that person anymore. So here I am trying to be a version of myself that I love, that I enjoy being, that brings me pleasure, that brings me achievement, that I'm proud of. Let them do things. Let them take action. Like, you've worked so hard to cultivate this version of you. Let them be out in the world doing stuff. Time to like road test this version of you. Let's go. And if you crash into some walls, you'll be fine. You'll pick yourself back up and you'll learn and you'll just do things. Do things. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution expression. I just think it's funny that, you know how I say sometimes, coming out of your cave, doing just fine. Come out of your cave, babe. It'll be just fine. Share your voice. Talk to people. People want to hear from you. I think it's so awesome that you've done all of this inner exploration. Give yourself the opportunity to exist as that person. Like, really, truly live. Because I'll bet things are really different. You're in for like a whole new world of experiences as a different person now. Relating to your world differently, attracting different types of relationships to you, responding differently. There are so many things that you can redefine for yourself. So do it. Just F around and find out. And with that, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you so much for letting me spend time in this energy. I'm glad I did this reading because I did another reading and I don't think I can post it because I look very not clothed enough, which I was wearing the same thing here. But it was also very tough love and I don't like that energy. This was much preferable. So anyways, glad to be with y'all. Thank you for spending this time with me. I will see you in the next reading.